All right, so let's talk about this 2019 Can-Am Defender and the install on the Inferno heater that we did with this machine. So I ordered the Can-Am Defender Deluxe kit, and I just want to show you an option that I did with this particular install. Is all these Inferno kits come with some type of dash here, dash plate, and I didn't want to lose the storage out of that compartment and cut everything up. So I thought about how to install this a different way. So the obvious was I just took this switch and moved it down there. And then after that, it was trying to figure out where I should put my two vents. I thought about mounting them there or even on this side over here, but I thought probably a good spot would be on the sides over here in front of the cup holders. That way they're adjustable to hit the windshield and the side doors. Try and keep the frost off that. So these installed fairly well. You can kind of see it is a tight fit, and once you get the hole drilled, there's some cutting underneath here that you got to do, but you can do that with like a utility knife. And it took us about 15-20 minutes to get everything cleaned out where this would fit nicely in there. So I like that option. That works good. This kit came with the two vents there, and then the two vents underneath for the floor. So I didn't want to cut all this out of here and lose this storage space here. So I don't know, that I just think that works out much better that way. It gives me a little bit more option. It helps if you have somebody with small hands, because when you go underneath this side here to try and get the Y fitting to go to that hose and the Y fitting to go to that hose, you have to have small hands to get underneath here. And the other thing I did too was I secured all my joints with aluminum foil tape. I started using the wire ties, but then occasionally the hose would still come off the vents. So I just took some foil tape and put some tape on there and taped them all together, which should give us a better secure fit. So same hole size diameter, 2.5 inch. Like I said, a little bit of cutting underneath there, and then these will go in there. So some other people were talking about it doesn't heat as good. Well, you know, when you got to watch your thermostat on here, because until it gets up to about 170, 180, it's probably not going to blow very warm air. So let the machine run for about 10 or 15 minutes, and don't turn the fan switch on. Leave the fan switch off, and then this will get up to 160, 170, 180 a lot faster. So once it's up to about 170 or so, then go ahead and turn your switch on here. And otherwise, all you're doing is keeping the coolant cool, and you're not giving it a chance to warm up, because the fan itself is blowing and keeping the coolant cool until your operating temperature gets back up to about the 170, 180 mark. Once I'm up to 170, 180, it blows out some pretty nice warm air out of there. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the Inferno heater. It took us probably 6 to 8 hours to install this. If you can change oil on these things, you can certainly install this. It wasn't hard at all, really. Just a little time consuming. So in reality, you know, you got some dashes to move out. You got to pull this whole lower dash panel off, and then remove that dash or that floor panel and this floor panel here, and to get access to the hoses and stuff. So the 3/4 inch hose that I ran from the back, which I can show you here. So the 3/4 inch hose that I ran from here to the front, you know, you put your clamps on here, clamp it off, cut it, and then install. There's my Y fitting right there that comes with the Inferno heater. So once I had that hose connected on this end, it runs through here and starts to go up, hooks up into your Inferno heater. Clamp it off, or I should say, you can pre-fill that with coolant before you hook it up, so that's that much less air that's in the system. So run that hose, have somebody hold it, and fill it up with coolant, and then put your clamp on there, and then hook it up into the heater itself, the heater core. I think altogether I probably added a quart of antifreeze. There's no reason to drain the whole antifreeze system. Same thing, you just go in there and put your clamps on about 6 inches apart, and then make your splice. So if you just went to like Harbor Freight, and even if you had to buy some cheapies, just get 2 of these, maybe 3 of them, and you can use these to pinch off your coolant lines. That way you're not bleeding the whole system. So all in all, I gotta say, I'm happy with the Inferno heater. I ordered a thermostat bypass, and I think I'm gonna put that in down there and see if I can get this to heat up a little faster. Because like I said, I'll pull this out of the garage and let it run for 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm at about 130, 140 on the temperature. And still, even when you drive it around, it just takes a long time for the thermostat or the engine itself to build up to 170, 180. So just be patient, work with it, and I think you'll have good results with it. So this is the first video I made. I hope you'll like it, and good luck with your install.